So let's get started. Thank you for joining our webinar today. My name is Ben Victorica with KnowledgeNet, and I'm joined here with Bob Baranski. Our goal today is to provide you an overview of how AI is driving sales results. First, you're going to hear from Bob and his experience and resources through his partnership with Sales Xceleration, and then I'll provide you an overview and demonstration of KnowledgeNet. During our webinar, if you have any questions, please add them to the Q&A linked below. We'll answer all of your questions during the webinar. And Bob, please tell us about yourself and your role with Sales Xceleration.
Yeah, first, thanks for having me today, Ben. I'm excited about this. Ever since I started, playing around with KnowledgeNet to help my own business, it's just been an incredible tool. So I'm excited about this. Real quick, I'm Bob Baranski. I'm a fractional vice president of sales. When I licensed my material from Sales Xceleration and have a lot of great tools and partners to work with. And Ben is one of those partners. So I'm thrilled about bringing this opportunity to you. When I work with clients, I really tailor my engagement based on what they need. And what I do is I help, businesses grow their sales and their revenue. And I do that through providing the right systems, tools, and sales leadership. This is just a little bit about the areas that I help companies: sales infrastructure, sales management, recruiting and hiring, training and coaching. But where I often start with clients, almost every client, I start with identifying who their ideal customer profile is. And that's based on a number of criteria. This is just some of the criteria that we talk about in terms of helping someone identify their ideal customer profile, or ICP for short. We look at what are the industry verticals, the titles of the people that they need to reach. Typically, we're looking for company size as well. It's 200 to 1,000 employees, or is it 50 to 200? What their annual revenue is, where their geographic location is, do they have retail locations, growth rate, etc. Other things we talk about are existing client or new logo or both. One thing that's important that I also do is if we have an existing customer base, I'll take a look at the top 30% of the most recent customers over a 1-year period. And what we want to get a look at is what do those clients have in common in terms of budget size, number of employees, locations, etc. But we start there by taking a look at the top 30% so that we're focused on finding more customers like their best customers. So that's really at the heart of the ideal customer profile.
Thank you, Bob. The main thing, of course, is to identify your ideal customer profile. And then what are customers doing after finding that profile? Well, their sales teams are spending time searching on LinkedIn to see if they have any connections. They're buying contact sources. ZoomInfo is one of the contact sources. A low price for that is $15,000 a year. We're seeing customers paying $30,000 a year just for contact information. Then they're spending money on marketing and Google ads. They're sending out newsletters, etc. And they're hiring SDRs and BDRs to make outbound calls. And so it's expensive. And the question is it working? And what we see across the country is that even with all of that expense and time, when they operationalize that and they send out hundreds of emails, maybe with generic messages, they're getting less than 1% of response. It's 1/4 of 1%. And if they have sales development reps, business development reps making cold calls, they're also achieving less than a 1% return of their outbound calling efforts. So how can we accelerate that? How can we deliver prioritized warm referrals? People in your network already that can give you a warm introduction. With KnowledgeNet, we're able to do this in less than 10 days. The goal is, of course, to help you grow revenue and reduce the costs that we were talking about, contact sources and LinkedIn Navigator, ChatGPT, and doing this by leveraging your relationships. The way that it works is we create an organization for your company and we add the users, typically the sales team, the people that are contacting customers. They sync their email and their LinkedIn connections to that KnowledgeNet organization, to your secure KnowledgeNet organization. And then we use AI to connect all of this information going back 1 year through your emails and meetings and generate the relationship intelligence, generate the connection paths. And then we leverage this to give you insights and provide you with additional uses of AI. The impact is that we're able to provide for you the warm introductions, who in your network's network can introduce you to that person that you're trying to reach, provide you details of who in your network has changed jobs. Maybe a great customer has gone to work for a new company and you're not aware of that, but we give you that insight so you can follow up with them and make them a customer with their new company. Part of this is that we provide you access to 280 million contacts with very detailed filters that match your ICP, so you can find prospects. And in addition to that, the AI generated email personality profiles, we're able to share with you what customers or prospects have visited your website anonymously. We call that web traffic intelligence. And we can leverage ChatGPT and other technologies to provide customized AI generated emails. So the key part is leveraging relationship intelligence, providing exact information of how you are connected to that prospect through your existing network. And when you identify that prospect, providing you personality intelligence so that you know how to message, how to meet with this prospect in a way that it's going to be most meaningful to them. And then as you are leveraging KnowledgeNet to write emails to them automatically, it's taken into account the personality intelligence and the relationship intelligence to create highly personalized emails to them. But going back to how can we do this in less than 10 days? Prioritize these leads and have your sales team be able to generate revenue in less than 30 days. And the way that we do that is that we use AI to search through 280 million contacts, leveraging the two things that we've been talking about: your relationships that we build using KnowledgeNet, your ideal customer profile, and then we use AI to prioritize first and deliver these 1,000 leads, every single one of them with a warm introduction. And we deliver these results. We've been working nationwide with Sales Xceleration. We have sales in every corner of the U.S. We can provide you with reference customers. One of them is CDI Corporation that in less than 4 months, they closed $14 million worth of business, and it all started with KnowledgeNet. So we can give you the contact information of people to talk to. Part of the way that we are working with customers and accelerating is by packaging up these components. So we provide you with licensing of KnowledgeNet for 12 months so that you can use it a la carte fashion and to generate these emails for the prioritized leads. We provide the 1,000 prioritized leads upfront. We allow you to use the web traffic intelligence for a month. And for this entire package, we charge $1,000. Essentially, it's the same cost of subscription fees for a year, but it's at a significant discount. Number one thing that we are helping them upfront with prioritizing their leads and getting them started, because they all want to grow their business very quickly. Starting that in less than 30 days shows the most impact. But some of you may not have sales teams, but you still want to start. So KnowledgeNet is priced at $30 per user per month. There's no contract, so you can go month to month. And then once you see value, you could have an annual contract and drop the pricing to $25 per user per month. Let me give you a demonstration of how KnowledgeNet works. Let's say that I am in the plastics industry and I'm an extruder of plastics and I'm looking for customers. Let's say that I want to contact one of them, Nationwide Gutter, so I can sell them extruded plastic gutters. I have the KnowledgeNet Chrome extension here on the right-hand side, and if I click on it, I'm able to see information about Nationwide Gutter. And the first thing I see is that no one in my organization has ever contacted this customer, but my network can introduce me. So Joe English has a 2 degree of separation from Renee Grossman. I can click here and I can see exactly how Joe and I are connected. We've had 7 meetings and 96 emails. And Joe and Renee are connected, and Renee is the founder of Nationwide Gutter. So if I like this connection path and I want to ask Joe for that introduction, all I have to do is click this purple button, Write Intro Email. And it'll package up this relationship intelligence into an email asking Joe to please introduce me to Renee. Once I have been introduced to him, I may want to find out more information about Renee. So if I go to Renee's profile here, I can go to his LinkedIn page. I can click on the information tab, and in the information tab, I can see information like his cell phone number, which I've hidden here because we're on a national webinar. I can click here and get his personality profile, which will help me when I'm going to have a meeting with him so that I can present to him and communicate to him in a way that's going to be most impactful. So if I click here, I'm able to see things that are motivators and drainers for him, the communication style that I should follow, how we should work together, and recommendations of do's and don'ts for meeting and speaking with Renee. None of this is his profile, but I wanted to show you exactly the example of how this would work. If I close this box here, and if I didn't have a connection path, an introduction like from Joe English, I could use AI to write an email. And this isn't just any email. This is a specific one that's coming from me and my role and information about my company. It's going to Renee and information about him and his company. So it customizes that into a custom prompt in ChatGPT, which is embedded in KnowledgeNet. When I click the next button, it generates that email that I can also customize by clicking here and changing the length of the email or changing anything that I want. So there's an automatic draft. Close this box here and show you how to add Renee to my CRM, because this is a prospect that I want to continue with. I can click this list area and then just add them to any one of my CRM systems that I have. And then if I go back to the company itself and I click the information tab here, then I'm able to see things about the company, access all of the employees at the company, and I can use AI to find similar companies. Again, I'm a plastics manufacturer. I'm looking for as many companies as I can. If I click there, it packages up information about Nationwide Gutter and shows me potential alternatives in the market. I can keep asking for 10 more through ChatGPT, or I can use KnowledgeNet to search over 70 million companies and find in the keyword search of gutters, find 3,293 companies nationwide that focus on gutters. The other thing I could do would be to search people. We have actually now 280 million contacts with the detailed filtering that I mentioned earlier, that you're able to find people in industries and by job role and title to help you grow your business. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to go over KnowledgeNet and provide a demonstration. Bob, I'll turn it back over to you now.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ben. Every time I see you show a demo, I learn something new about how powerful it is. It's a remarkable tool. It's been very helpful for me as well. Hey, what can you share about training and support? What's onboarding support look like?
Yeah, to get a customer started, in less than 5 minutes, we create their organization and invite the users. The users can get started right away using KnowledgeNet, and then we have onboarding for them. But the good part is, since we live where they work, they get it really quickly, and it doesn't require a lot of training. But yes, we do provide the onboarding.
That's good. Okay, thanks so much for that. I can also say that, the personality profiling has been incredibly helpful for me. I've been on several client meetings where having that information in front of the meeting just really helped me tailor my style and engage them in a significant way. So really helpful. I do want to point out real quick a new, wouldn't call it product, but it's a new framework for working with clients available through Sales Xceleration. And it's where we really take a look at building a solid foundation. So this is for teams that even have an existing director of sales, VP of sales. We work with that sales leadership and their sales team along with the, C-suite, outlining objectives, but we build a foundation that really becomes a strong structure for a sales operating system for businesses. So be happy to share information with anyone that's interested in more about this. But that's all I have for today, Ben. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for joining. I don't see that there are any more questions. So we're just going to leave this information here for just a minute, our contact information. We look forward to having a one-on-one meeting with each of you. If you have any questions about Sales Xceleration or the services that Bob can provide, His information there is on the left-hand side. And if you'd like a customized demonstration of KnowledgeNet, I'd be happy to meet with you and provide that for you at any time. And my contact information there is on the right-hand side. Thank you all very much for joining the webinar today. And we look forward to speaking with you here in the near future.
Yes. Thanks, everyone.